Sup, we're here from Danish Nationals 2024 with Surfers, and we're here with a top 16 finisher. What's your name and what do you play?
My name's Alish, my friends call me Nugs, and I lost in top 16, so I don't know where I've come in, but we'll see. I was 7th in Swiss, and I was playing Kashtira.
Exciting. Let's see the deck.
Okay, cool. So, fairly standard. Free. A bit non-standard. I played 2 Rise Heart, and that's because I want to make room for Ogre, and I played the preparation trap. And that's all the cash names. We have 10.
Pretty crisp.
The third Rise doesn't really come up, to be honest. I just think, like, in a grind game, this card is just the nuts. You know, if I'm just stacking my opponent's deck, seeing what I can play is just obviously. It doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it anyway. I know how to interact and just stack them anyway. Onto the cash spells. So 3 rates off.
Yeah, pretty standard.
And then 3 Theosis. I don't play terraforming. I wanted space for the rest of my cards. I wanted to keep it 40. And also, I just rather not play into draw. And that, like, when I used to play terraforming, honestly, I see a lot of hands where I'd have this and the terraforming. So it's just wasted space. Onto cash spells. Free Birth is the best card in the deck.
Yeah, understandable.
And then the 1 Preparations. This card is insane. You just activate in draw phase, and the players who know will just never activate in perm, but if they do, it's a big loss for them. I'm looking at their hand, I'm ripping. Against Labyrinth, this card is absolutely insane because they just start losing cards and they're scared to activate traps. But yeah, it's like if I play Shifter, it's lit. Or if they shift to me and I can get to this, it's great. Like if my board gets some type of way broken, or I can kind of link climb and then have this ready to summon. So a lot of the times, like, I'll do the SP combo and I'll leave like a Fenrir in the banish zone, and then I'll just go Shangri-La effect, and if they interact with it, if they stop it, cool. I could just trap, bring back my Fenrir, and it's as if it was never got impacted. So now the non-engine, 3 Prosp.
Best card.
Yeah, to be honest, I never side out any. I'm always contemplating to side one out, but it just helps you see your side. So
yeah, being for 6 cards is powerful.
It's broken. I mean, there's the new field spell, Way Where Will, or whatever.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way out or something. Yeah.
The card is real. I've never seen anyone pull off the spin the whole grave and deck into, but it can come up.
You considered playing it at this tournament, or?
Not really. The deck obviously has a consistency problem. I just try not to aggravate that problem and just keep it as consistent as I can.
Yeah.
There was an argument to play cards like, what's that card? You know when you put 2 field spells up? I forgot what it's called. Don't you know what it's called? Come on, dude, you should know this.
Which one?
It's a quick play spell. It just sets 2 spells.
Oh, set rotation.
yeah, I was thinking of set rotation. Like, it's funny enough, it's good against Tenpai because you just lock the spell out. You know, it just protects you from evenlies and all over nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to hand traps, 3 in perm, 3 ash.
Crisp.
These are like a must in practically every deck. Free Bell, great. It's just a great all-round hand trap. Like, it helps beat Labyrinth. Like in the Swiss rounds, I played against a lab guy. Game 3, he didn't get to activate a single trap. Like, none of them resolved. I just kept drawing into these, or I had the ash. It's very good against Snake Eye. Does the job. And funny enough, even against Tenpai, it actually does quite a lot. The fact that he just can't summon back, and a lot of them are inexperienced. Like, I think if you've played it long enough, it's still not enough experience. People don't really know how to play the deck. They don't know what the deck does. And when they get interacted at that point to summon back from grave, it really does, like, make them think, and then they just can't play optimally.
Yeah.
And obviously the best hand trap of the deck. Move!
3 of them things.
3 of them fangs. Someone told me that they were changing the card's name. This is no longer D-Shifter. This is now just called straight up Nugs. This is Nugs. This is me. I've been seeing this card a lot. Saw it in top 16. Didn't really matter, but yeah, this card is insane.
What took you out in top 16?
It's embarrassing. I lost to Salamangreat. Game 1, I smash him. Game 2, we're in like a back and forth of like hand traps and whatnot. I see no engine. He doesn't see any engine. He ogres my birth like twice.
Ah, yeah, fair enough. Then.
And then he eventually just span out. He actually made a major misplay. Like, he could have just OTK'd me with the Zelantis when he started popping off. The Zelantic's Phoenix line, but he didn't. And then he just did it anyway the next turn because my draw was crap.
It happens.
But yeah, this is the best Best hand trap. I honestly, should it get banned? Maybe, I don't know. I kind of feel like, I know it sounds crazy, but I think Rise Heart has to come back. Bring it back. It just checks the meta. People will start playing Imper or Draw, whatever, man. They'll play Eclipses, they'll play Chalices, whatever. But part of me says bring that back, but ban this, because then I can actually test other cards in this deck, because
you need to play this card also in Flu, like it's mandatory.
I mean, people tell me like, yo, Cyburst Cash, what are you saying? And I think it's okay. Like, you can play. The problem with this deck is consistency, and obviously if you do the Cyburst stuff, you want to play as much hand traps, but you can never play free. You have to like, you just have to play 2 of others, and at that point it becomes less consistent, and ultimately this card gives you like a 50% just boost in terms of winning. If you see this card and you shift a lot of time, it's GG.
Yeah.
So yeah, love the card.
This card just destroys a lot of things.
Yeah, we love it so much. We play
2D Fisher.
We play 2D Fisher in the main. I used to play 3. I moved 1 into the side because I wanted to play the Kashtira prep. Same theory. Like, I now have 5 shifters in my deck, and against like the best deck in the room, arguably like Snake Eye or what have you, they have to now play. They can't play as efficient or as correct as they want to. They now need to out this card. So they either make an SP or they make a Nightmare Phoenix to out this. And then by then they're just wasting resources, not playing as they want to. And with this on the field, they have to deal with all the other cards like Fenris and Shangri-La. Last 3 cards. So I've been doing this for a while now. This is my version of the build of Cash.
Super Poly?
People call it I call it Kurdish Cash. But yeah, I mean, I think this card's pretty broken. I mean, against the fire meta, like everything's a pyro, everything's a fire. It clears away the problem cards. Against Melodious, it just does them in. Same thing with Voiceless Voice, and sometimes even Flu. Unicorn's a win, so just get rid of the M-Pen. But I like this card. Like, it works really, really well. I don't ever find myself stuck. Like, if I activate a Rise Art effect, I'm like, oh no, I can't activate this. I've had a few games where I'd go effect to summon Ched. Yeah, this card's amazing. Ball breaker, setup. Like, sometimes you can go into a battle, attack, poly with either SP and Rise, and you have the card in there, Guilty Gearfried, and that's over 5k.
Oh yeah.
Or you could just make Mud Dragon, and that's extra 19. So
it also protects all you guys from being targeted if you have birth or something.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the main clean 40. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. I personally like it. I would, like, if Shifter did get banned, I would honestly test cards like the Snake Eye package in it. You could play the new Diabells, which is a walking anti-spell. You can play the searchable counter trap or the negate trap.
Ah, yeah.
So the deck, a lot of people think it's unfair. It's pretty much fair. It has not only negate. We had Baron, that's out the window. And a lot of the time, when you had the opportunity to make Baron, you were kind of incentivized not to make Baron, because now the opponent knows that that's an interaction they have to deal with. Whereas if you just have the hand trap, whether it be a Bell or Ash, they don't have that knowledge, and they're going to end up playing into those hand traps of yours. So that's that. So we'll go into our extra deck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it in this weird order. Draco Sack, Cheng Ying. We don't have a good rank 10. That's what I'm playing.
Yeah, Cheng Ying is.
Infinitrack Mountain Smasher. This is to make a double mat Zeus. So 4 mat Zeus. You attack, attach, boom, good to go.
Fair enough.
2 super poly targets: Guilty Gearfried and Earth Golden Magnista. It never came up, but yeah. And then the last card is Shangri-La. This is what I typically just prosp without thinking. It's just easy in and out. I play 2 of these. And it does, and the second one certainly does come up. And then I'll just continue on. I then play Typhon, absolutely titan of a card. If this card, I have a German one. If this card didn't have the text of locking you out, it would be ban worthy. This card is so insane. We play his good counterpart Zeus. Zeus is Zeus, bro. What can you say?
Yeah, it's broken.
Dark Armed. This card is phenomenal. I was playing 2, but instead I opted out to play the Draco Sack instead of the second Dark Armed, purely before if I play like Stun. So at least this detaches for cost, whereas this, a lot of the time this does get interacted with and negated, but I played against Stun in round 7. The guy flipped up Synchro Zone on me 3 times. 3 times. This popped 1, Draco Sack, make 2 tokens, pop the other. Dragosak tried pop another one. Out came
Yeah.
flipping. What's his name? Hugin.
Yeah, exactly.
And the next turn popped them all and just killed him. But yeah, pretty good. And then continuing on, my other two super poly targets, Garura and Swamp. I need that QCL Garura from UG. Slide that over, come on. And we just continue off. Big Eye, insane.
Yeah.
Just such a stupid card. Like against Tenpai, I take their big synchro, and I'm like, cool, bro. You don't get to activate nothing in my battle phase. This is my card now.
Yeah.
Flare Metal, this card has been absolutely MVP. I have won so many games, and unfortunately, yes, time is a factor. But knowing that my opponent is on like a 3-card clock, this just makes the decision easier. I just put this on the field. If you have an impermanent, you can activate. Or if you have a drop it, fair dues. But against the last round in Swiss, put my opponent on like 400, and there was like a couple seconds on the clock. Plopped this down, passed, and that was it. That was the handshake. So yeah, MVP. Second Shangri-La, this is our main boy.
Yeah.
I need misprints. Any Kashtira card misprints, let me know.
Anyone hook knocks up with those.
Yeah, and I'm missing a few births. I'm missing unicorns. I'm missing rise hearts. So please hit me up. And lastly, SP. SP's been pretty sick.
Yeah, it's like an insane card.
You know, like standard combo, normal summon, birth, normal summon the other, or rise heart, normal summon, make SP, birth, bring it back, and then you just play it like. I never got nibbed once. Purely because I saw some players discard them off of our cards. They just couldn't find an opportunity to nib me. So pretty good. And lastly, moving on to the side.
Yep.
So I'll do my go second side. So free draw. Flu's in the house. Thank God I didn't see it. But yeah, like pretty good. And then 2 Lightning Storm and Harpies. Yeah, what can you say? These are pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Can't complain.
Very good going second cards, just in general, versus any background decks.
And then I have a lot of go first cards, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh, you're shook going first." And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of Tenpai in this house. I was actually shocked. I'd say
it was the most represented deck of
what do you
the
think? Like
tournament.
40-50%? Had to be. Like we have one of the guys right now in Top Cut, a young boy. He's playing Tenpai.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. But yeah, so for going first, 3D barrier. I used. For one event, I played Threatening Roar, and then my friend was like, "Yo, this does the same thing, but it covers more matchups, like voices,
exactly.
etc." So I was like, "Yeah, that's a no-brainer."
Like it's FTK versus branded also. So.
Exactly. Against branded player during Swiss, I had 2 of them. Debarried them one turn, debarried them the next. It's curtains.
Yeah.
Free Judgment. This is our negate at home. This card is the first time I put it in, it's never left.
All right. So it's been very, very good for you.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the Iron Thunder, the card.
Iron Thunderhammer, yeah.
Yeah, but I just, you know what? The less you have to think, the better in the game. So I don't want to be thinking about zones. I don't want to be thinking about nothing. This is enough.
This is just no, yeah.
And then the remaining 3 cards, the third Fisher. So when I go first, I set out my shifters, and then 2 deck lockdown.
How are they?
Can I be honest? The cards, it's basically this.
Okay. So
If I'm playing against Flu, I'm putting both of these in.
So you would play more in the future, or was the 2 fine for you?
This was fine. I mean, if the deck could increase in size and still be as consistent, then absolutely, I'd find a way to put this in and play the third one of these. But yeah, this card basically just says, make the basic Kashtira boy, Shangri-La, Fenrir, Cool Birth, plop this on the field, and it's the same theory with this. They now have to. Against Snake Eye, the best deck in the room, they have to out this, doing the same not Raging Fist.
But like the other guy, like the Pyro Phoenix, right?
Yeah. And that's pretty much it.
All right, any shout outs before we...
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to all the guys back in London. Shout out to my friends from Darksphere. Shout out Christopher Nielsen. Unfortunately, my boy, he didn't get in the bubble. He was X2, I think, after Swiss.
Yeah, X2,
and he was in 22nd, 23rd place, I think.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I was X11. I was 7th in Swiss.
All right.
So yeah, shout out to him. For, he hosted me, didn't drive me, but Ubered us here. Shout out to Christopher Nielsen's mumsy. Shout out mumsy. She prepared the food. She got me the Bellinas. For those who don't know, that's a jam donut. That's a Lidl's jam donut. Can't go wrong with that.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out Gramps. Shout out. You know what? You might have not heard this name in a while. Shout out Jake Quincy. He sent me some support. He sent me some advice. Like shout out Giles, that's my flatmate. That guy's topped a few events apparently. I don't know. I don't remember the last one he's topped, but he's remote dual YCS. People tell me they don't matter, they don't count. Shout out yourself. Thank you for your time. For filming the deck profile. I really appreciate it. What's his name, bro? The one with the hat.
Toby.
Toby. Shout out Toby. That's the guy, fam. He's got my back since the first 2 rounds. Me and him been going, having a little break. I've just been winning, and then we're in top 16. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Apologize if I don't shout out anyone, if I don't remember you. Oh, bro, how can I forget, man? Shout out the main man himself. One sec. Shout out Kirk Clark. That's my uncle right there. Okay, shout out my uncle.
Right.
He's in France right now. He's playing Lucana. Hopefully he's doing well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
All right, Team Paradigm signing out.